You as a restaurant marketer, you are fabulous getting butts in seats for restaurants. You know how to use lead magnets to build a database, to drive people in, to track it, then to send more emails to get them coming back over and over again. We're really good at that, and that is what we do. And the goal is we dangle out something like a buy one, get one burger, and we want to see who bites. Who will say, yes, I want that burger. I will give you my email address and my phone number in exchange for it. That's what we're really good at. There is zero reason why you can't or why you shouldn't be doing the exact same thing for your marketing agency with something as simple as a PDF or a Google Sheet that is made by ChatGPT. And if you've not been playing around with ChatGPT, you need to get started because you are missing out. It is phenomenal. And when you are dangling out that carrot, restaurant owners will bite, and restaurant owners will say, oh, I am interested in that thing. And then your goal should be to turn them into monthly $500 a month, $1,000 a month, paying you for your marketing expertise. And that's the goal. That's what we're trying to do today. Now, I know what you're saying. You might be saying, okay, Court, that sounds great, but I don't have the expertise, the knowledge, or the money to do that. What do I do? So today we're going to break it down. Day one is going to be all about the new way to build your restaurant agency's lead gen machine. This is a machine that's going to generate us leads on autopilot. With ChatGPT and GoHighLevel, even if you're a rookie, even if you've never used either one of those before, I'm going to break it down and make it super simple for you. We're going to talk about how to attract restaurant owners with a lead magnet that you create with ChatGPT in 30 minutes or less. It should not take you very long at all. And then finally, how to deliver it, how to get it into people's hands. And you don't need any kind of advanced tech or spending money on ads to do it. I'm going to show you how to do it organically. So first, think about yourself as the Pied Piper. And that's what we do for restaurants. We lead customers. Oh, come on in here to the restaurant. That's what we do. We lead people along. How do we do that? With social media posts, with emails, with text messages, and we're just leading people into this funnel. And at the top of the funnel is awareness and interest. Before they ever spend $1 with you, you've got to create awareness and an interest. As a restaurant marketer, if you're just getting started, nobody knows you're a thing. Nobody knows that you're open for business. Nobody knows what you offer. You're just getting started. You've been going a while. You have some people in your funnel. It may not be structured like this, but you have people that you know, like, and trust. But first, at the beginning, you've got to get awareness. All right. Finally, the goal is to get those owners down your funnel where they are taking action, where they are ready to pay you that $500 to $1,000 a month or more. And it all boils down to hook, story, offer. Russell Brunson, he talks about it all the time, but it's true. It works. Anything that you create, even if it's a 5-second TikTok, even if it's a 500-word email, all of them need to follow this structure, and it works. Hook, you got to grab their attention. Just like what we do when we go fishing. We put some bait on there. Oh, here's the bait, fishy. Grab it. Same thing. Story, you've got to entertain them. They've got to understand who you are, build that know, like, and trust, and then finally deliver an offer. We offer marketing services. This is what we do. Do you want to get more customers into your restaurant? We can help. So I think about that all the time. So if we're thinking about fishing, we're going to go fishing for some restaurant owners. We're going to cast out our hook there. And what we want to do is get people into our machine. This machine is going to run for us 24/7, generating leads on demand. And if you think of yourself as like the door person, you are the person at the door and you're saying, okay, we've got this party going on in here. Do you want to go into the party? If so, all you have to do is give me your email address and your phone number. That's it. Doesn't cost any money. Just need your email address and your phone number, and you can come into our online party. And whatever your online party looks like after that, we're going to talk more about that tomorrow on day 2. But it's what you're getting people where you're going to entertain them. You're going to earn that know, like, and trust. But you can't just let anybody and everybody into the party. You've got to do some vetting, right? And so this is something I did as a bait, as a way to get people into my online party. I created it's a Google Sheet. There's nothing fancy dancy about it. I came up with 365 ideas that restaurant owners could post on social media that are restaurant specific. I looked up all the national holidays like Peanut Butter Lovers Day, Cereal Day, Employee Appreciation Day. I filled those in. I came up with new ideas and I put it into a spreadsheet. That's it. That's all it is. There's nothing magical about it. And I just started putting it out there and I just started giving it to people as a free resource. And I started as free in exchange for their email address and their phone number. There was nothing magical about it. I was getting so many opt-ins that I was like, I wonder what would happen if I started charging for this. So I charged $47 for it. Some of you may have paid for it, which thank you. I appreciate it. And I hope you got at least $47 of value out of it. But people should be paying you for your expertise. It took me time to put that together. And so you as well, that is a way you can generate leads where people could pay you. We're going to talk about that a little bit later, but I want you to start percolating that. Start thinking about, people could pay me for a simple spreadsheet that will then bring them into my funnel, into my online world. So as I did it, when I first started, and this was probably 3 or 4 years ago, I was using all kinds of things to manage it. I was using ClickFunnels as a landing page, as like a little mini website where people would go and put in their information. I was using ActiveCampaign to deliver and send all the emails and the automations. Stripe is where I was collecting payments. And then I was sending people over to Teachable, where I housed the download. And it was all held together by Zapier. And I don't know how many times it just snapped and broke apart. It just fell apart. This Zap wasn't connected here. This wasn't happening. I had people emailing me. It was kind of a mess. And then I started doing the math and I started looking at what I was paying. ClickFunnels was $97. ActiveCampaign, the more people that are in your database, the more you pay for like a MailChimp or an ActiveCampaign. Teachable, Zapier, Calendly. I was spending almost $300 on this, this software, selling a $47 product where I had to sell, 6 to be profitable just based on the software I used. I was like, there has to be a better way. Then a couple of years ago, I discovered GoHighLevel. If you've not discovered GoHighLevel, if you've not tried it out, you need to do so. It is an all-in-one marketing suite that is perfect for lead generation. It's great for generating leads. It's great for booking appointments. That is what it's fabulous at. So if you're in the, if you work with like a chiropractors, dentists, you may have worked with all those things where you're booking appointments, but you should be using it for your own agency as well, because you can do all of the things that you would do normally for another type of client, but for yourself. For whatever reason, we forget about ourselves all the time. We do it. We get so busy for other people that we forget about doing it for ourselves. GoHighLevel is fabulous. It's an all-in-one thing. So here's kind of how they structure it and they think about it. At the top of the funnel, they help build awareness and capture. So think about it would replace like your ClickFunnels and some of these other tools. I think this is JotForms and places where you would set up landing pages. They have all that. It's all built in. If you know how to use ClickFunnels, it's easy. It's there. Then the second piece is nurturing. This is what we're going to get into on day 2 of this workshop, is how to stay in front of your people and build those relationships. It is fabulous. It is an all-in-one piece for that. It replaces like a MailChimp and all those different things. You can text message all from there, and then close, basically, get them booked on your calendar so you can have like a strategy call with them. Maybe you're delivering that lead magnet. You want them to pay you $500 to $1,000 a month for your marketing services. Whatever it is, it's all built in. And that's what I love about GoHighLevel. It's an all-in-one. And so you don't have to have a bunch of zaps holding everything together. Makes your life so much easier. All right. And then what's even better about it is the price. So for $97 a month, you get 2 accounts. So you could have your agency and one other one. So let's say you have another client, a dentist or something. You could have 2. If you have the unlimited plan, you get unlimited sub accounts, which are basically like the different types of clients. You get unlimited contacts. So, whereas with Active Campaign or MailChimp, you're paying for more contacts. No more, it doesn't cost any more, however many contacts you have here, unlimited contacts. It's phenomenal. You can't beat the price on it. So I love it. So then once I did that, and once I consolidated everything into one place, oh my gosh, I can't tell you how much easier it makes my life. And I just have this link sitting out there. I have it on YouTube videos. I have it on posts. I have it on emails. And I got a sale this morning off of it. And I set this up 3 years ago. Haven't really touched it since. And it's still generating leads for me, for my restaurant marketing agency. So you can do the same thing too. I promise you, it is so easy. It's just a Google Sheet. That's all it is. You might be saying now, okay, great. I don't know how to make a lead magnet. I don't know how to make a Google Sheet, or I'm not a good writer. I'm not creative. That's okay. I'm going to show you how to do it today with ChatGPT. It's going to be so easy. So top of funnel, we want to make that lead magnet. Think about, okay, here's the incentive to get people into your online party, into your lead gen machine. We want to get people in there. And it's got to be a fun thing. People have to want to go in there. Oh yeah, this club, this place is really fun. We like hanging out here. I really want that lead magnet. It's of value to me. So people will come in and get it. Okay, so here's how you do it. And this is what I do in ChatGPT. I've been every day I learn something new with ChatGPT. In a minute, I would love to hear what you all have learned with ChatGPT. So this is what I did. I said, hey, ChatGPT, I am a restaurant marketer looking to get more restaurant clients with an automated sales funnel. I specialize in TikToks and Reels and paid ads. In a minute, I'm going to ask you to create and promote the lead magnet. What questions do you have? So here's a couple things I did. ChatGPT, the more info and the more specific you can be, the better results you're gonna get. I always say, if you put poop into it, you're gonna get poop out. But if you put diamonds and really valuable info in, you're gonna get even better, more valuable stuff out. It's just how it works. So I trained it here in the beginning, and I would probably even go into more detail. I would give it my name. I would tell it, the name of my marketing agency, all of those things. I would do that as well. And then this is a really good question, is what questions do you have? I always ask, what questions do you have? Because it's going to say, okay, help me fill in the blank. So I said that, and let's see what it asked. It said, okay, before we proceed, I would like to clarify a few things. What is your target audience? What specific types of restaurants are you targeting? Oh, that's a good question. I didn't say that. I am targeting like fast casual, pizza, Mexican restaurants, not really high-end places. That's kind of who I'm going for. What is your budget? How are you currently generating leads? Really good questions. So again, I can go through and be even more specific about what I'm looking for. So I answered those questions, gave it some more data, and then I said, okay, what are 5 ideas for a lead magnet that you could create, you being ChatGPT, about how restaurant owners can create reels that get customers. So very specific. I want to create a lead magnet for restaurant owners about reels to get customers. So here's what I came up with. And these are like, I mean, they would be the titles of the thing. 10 proven TikTok and reel ideas for restaurants that will make your customers hungry. The ultimate guide to using TikTok. 5 easy to implement TikToks. How to create mouth-watering TikToks. I mean, these are just fabulous ideas. Great titles. And hopefully those would be things that would be enticing for owners. I think they would. I would be intrigued by these if you were teaching me something about it. So you can do that. Then, because ChatGPT remembers everything, I said, okay, great. I like number 5. So let's look back at number 5. Secrets to making your TikTok and reel videos go viral, attract new customers. So then I said, okay, I like number 5. What are 5 different ways I can turn that idea into a lead magnet? For example, I could do a webinar. What else could I do? And so then it gave me this. It said, create a downloadable ebook or PDF, develop an email course, host a live webinar, record a video series, create a podcast series. It gives you ideas. These are the things you can do. As you go, you're going to come up with your own thing that works for you, whether that's a PDF, a Google Sheet, a video, whatever it is, but ChatGPT can give you some ideas. So I would say, okay, ChatGPT, let's do a PDF. I want to do a PDF. Please create an outline. Use examples and bullets. So right here, it gave it to me. And so it said, okay, here's, the outline, here are the bullets. And this goes through and talks about, okay, and I can look at this and I can say, yeah, okay, this is good. Or I might say number 3, benefits for TikToks and reels. I don't know if I want that there. I want to change that up. So I did not do this here, but I could say, hey, let's change up number 3 to this. Please rewrite the outline, but with number 3 being different. That's all you have to do. So easy. So then I said, okay, great. Let's start with chapter 1. Create an outline. Use bullet points and examples. So then I create an outline. So look at how I've gone from small, where I just came up with like, what kind of thing should I create? I'm going to do a PDF. Now I have a full outline of chapter 1. So I've drilled down to chapter 1 and it's broken it down into its own little outline. These are the things we would talk about. And I look at this and I'm like, okay, great. This looks great. Then, and I give it feedback like this, like love it or awesome, because that tells ChatGPT it did a good job. It gave you the output that you were looking for. And that's so important because it's based on feedback. So if you tell it, yes, that was good, it's like, oh, yes, okay, I will do more of that. But if you tell it, oh, no, you need to rewrite this, it's going to be, oh, I was off. Okay, I need to get better. I know that's crazy and I know that's scary, but that's how it works. That's a simplified version of what it does. But then I say, okay, love it. Write chapter 1 in 500 words or less. So we're going to get 500 words or less chapter right out of this. And I'll be honest, I had to screen capture this. I couldn't even get all of it into one screenshot. And I mean, look at this. It's pretty good. It's got stats. It's got examples. It has all kinds of things. And so I did this in less than 30 minutes, probably less than that. And then what I did, I just took it over into Google Sheets and I copied it and I pasted it. I cleaned up the formatting. I highlighted things, but really it's copy and paste. That's all I did. And then once you build that out, give it an ebook cover. Give it a cover. Canva has great examples of covers. I made this one in 5 minutes with Canva. I used my colors, I changed the title, and you put that on your PDF. Boom, you have an ebook that you created in less than 30 minutes. And you can obviously drill down, make it more real and more personal. I would highly encourage you to do so, but that's all you have to do. And now you have a thing. You have a thing that you can give to owners and say, hey, this is a way that you can get better and do reels for your restaurant. I would like to give this to you as a resource. We're going to talk about that here in a second. And then all you have to do is, once you have it uploaded and you have it in Google Drive, you can just get the link. So you go to share, you copy the link. And when you give the link, you change the ending from edit, and you take off all of this stuff and you just change that word edit to copy. And when you email that out, it's going to ask the person, would you like to make a copy of this? So they can't edit it. They can't do anything to it. They can't see anybody else that's downloaded it. All it's doing is making a copy into their Google Drive. So that's the easiest way that you can deliver it. That takes almost no advanced knowledge at all. If you know how to use Google Sheets, Google Drive, you can get that copy link and share it with people right out the gate. Other ideas that you could do recorded videos. If you've been following me, you know that's kind of my thing. I love making videos. I love teaching. And so, I mean, all the videos I make, I repurpose those and use those as lead magnets all the time. Loom. An idea would be you could send a restaurant owner a loom of their social media, and you kind of just talking about, hey, here's some feedback. Here's some good things I like about your social media. Here's some ideas that you could do. So easy. Don't be salesy. Don't be pitchy. Don't go over the top, but you could just give them a walkthrough or a loom of some of the things. You could send a case study. Here's what we've done for restaurants. A video training, a free strategy call. That would be the ultimate idea, is get them on the phone, free strategy calls, 30 minutes, have it hooked up to your Google Calendar and get them on the call and sell them. And or you could do like an online challenge or workshop, kind of like what we're doing right now. I mean, this is a lead magnet. So those are some other ideas. Let me stop there. What questions do you have about this idea of creating lead magnets?
This is Antonio.
Hi, Antonio.
Hi. Hey, yeah, what I got was, I always struggle with ChatGPT with the prompts, like asking the questions, but seeing how you kind of sequenced it and breaking it down, you get much better answers, and it looks so easy, so that's definitely something. Is this going to be recorded? I think you said it was going to be recorded, so I can go back and screenshot some of them. Okay.
This is all recorded. You'll have access to all of this. Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah. And then, cause I've been running Facebook ads, I turned them off. I started doing pretty well. And then I just started getting the wrong, not qualified, restaurants into it. And really weird. Some of them not even restaurants. I don't understand why they even signed up, but that's kind of part of it, I guess. But, yeah, so far, so good. I like what I see. Thank you.
Excellent. Good deal. Yeah. And so in ChatGPT, think of it as a funnel. You start kind of general. Okay, here's the thing that I'm wanting you to do. Ask it questions, get more specific, get more specific, get more specific. I mean, here's how crazy you could go. I could say, okay, chapter 1, create me Instagram posts, create me emails, just based on chapter 1. So think about how much marketing content you could get out of that PDF. Now, you might be saying, Court, that sounds complicated. It sounds complicated to do all that. I don't know how to deliver it. GoHighLevel's phenomenal. Now, I will say there's a bit of a learning curve at first, but I think once you figure it out and once you see how everything is self-contained, it makes it very easy. And they have so much fabulous support. They have a lot of stuff that's done for you. They will actually do, you can hire them to do stuff. There are a ton of YouTube videos. So when I've talked to people and I've convinced them to go into GoHighLevel, they love it, but they say there is a little bit of a learning curve. And I agree. And one of the things that's super helpful is they have all kinds of templates. They have all kinds of things that are already pre-built based off of different industries. And so this is an example right here of one. And so this is and this is a funnel. So it's basically a little mini website where people go and put in their information and then you deliver them the lead magnet. So if you go into their templates over here on the left, they have one just for free resource and download. And if you go that, they have tons of examples. And one that I like is the one that's called upside down funnel. I'm not going to go into the details of editing the funnel, but I really like that one. It makes it's nice and clean. And there's tons of things on how to set it up. I see a question here. Let me answer my question. Do you add a perceived value? So question is, do you add a perceived value in promoting a lead magnet? Example, grab your free copy of blank. Yes, absolutely. You should have a value on it of what it is. It's your expertise. It's your time and money. So don't think about it as, I mean, it's just a Google sheet. No, you spent time doing it. What's your time worth? You know, $50, $100, you should be doing it. And I do like showing that because people like to see, hey, it's $100 value for $47. Hey, normally $47, $0 today. So yes, I love putting price on it. Yep, great question. So this is a landing page, a little mini website that you can create in GoHighLevel. Again, there's templates that help do this for you. And you can see all it is hook, story, offer. Hook. Okay, who am I trying to capture? Restaurant influence marketers. This is grabbing my hook. How to get people, how to earn $500 a month creating 10-second TikToks and Reels. Okay, hook. Story. In this training, this is what you're going to learn. 3 things, 3 bullets. Get the training. I mean, it is super simple. This has a 30% opt-in rate. So 30% of people that hit this page opt in, which is a really good rate. For a free thing like this, 10% is fabulous. And that's what I'm saying. There's nothing complicated and there is no reason why you can't do this as well. And really, so you click this button that you add and it pops up this form. I'm going to show you this form here in a second, but this form again is built inside of GoHighLevel. They have a section on how to create forms. It's very easy. All you have to do is say, I want a line for name, email. You could do phone number. You could do business name. You could do all kinds of things. I just have these 3 questions. And when you hit this submit button, it basically on the back end, this is the back end. I'm taking you behind the curtain here. This is how you create that form. Simple. And you just make a rule that says on submit, when somebody clicks the submit button, it's going to go to this URL. And that URL could be your link to your Google sheet where they copy it. It could be that link right there. It could be a link to a YouTube video that is free on the web anyway, but what you're doing is just going to say, hey, you should go watch this YouTube video. Because I don't know, I have hundreds of YouTube videos. It's going to be hard for people to find maybe the specific one, but if you give them a link, okay, give me your email address and your name. Now I'll give you the video. It's not rocket science. And so mine, when you hit submit like this, it goes there. And this is just an embedded video. And that's all it is. I just sent people, it's like a gate. So here, there's the door, boom. Next page, okay, watch the video. But the secret sauce of Go High Level is what's happening in the background. Think of it as these little elves that go to work for you. And these little elves are working 24/7 in the background. And you, based off of things you set up, rules, automations, they're working and doing their magic. For example, when that person opted in right here, on the back end, it created a contact in my email list. So now think like MailChimp, but it automatically added it to my email list in GoHighLevel. It tagged people. So I have an automation set up on this funnel that when someone fills out this funnel, it will tag them as they came in through this page. They are, I get both restaurant owners and marketers coming into my funnel. Okay. So I try to separate out the two. And that's just how mine naturally occurred. So I add tags of saying, okay, this is a marketer, this is a restaurant owner. Then it starts an email automation. If you get emails from me, it's in an automation. I write them. Well, I use ChatGPT to write a lot of it, and then I dress it up and make it sound like me, but it starts an email automation. So you can say, okay, 1 hour after someone fills out this form, 1 hour, they get a follow-up email. And then 24 hours later, they get another email and then another email. And it just works in the background. It also has a CRM. So you can set up rules in the back where you can see it's kind of like a Trello board. If you've used Trello, and it has one where it's like, okay, these people opted in and they've put in their email address and their phone number. And then you could have a column for these people have requested a phone call. And so I've got phone calls with these people. These people in this column are closed. I've brought them on. And then maybe you have a column over here that's like, these people have gone away. They're not really my people. They're like lost. They're not our ideal customers. But it does all this in the background. And it's doing it on autopilot, and you're catching fish. Because if you have a website set up and you have no way to capture people when they come in, then they're just going to bounce and they're going to go away. You want a way to catch fish. Some of the fish are going to be good fish. You're like, wow, this is a really good restaurant for me to work with. Some are going to be like, man, this is bad fish. Antonio, you just mentioned that, some of the people, I don't know why they're opting in. There's going to be some big ones also. And, out of the blue, you might get hey, we're a 5 location restaurant chain. We'd love to talk to you about marketing. You look like a marketing expert. And you are. And so that is how it works. You're going to get some bad. You're going to get mostly pretty good leads, and you're going to get a few really great ones. So that's what you really got to put your mindset on. Go High Level also has a fabulous membership area. So think Teachable. If you've used Teachable, or what are some of the other ones, where you can house courses, it has a fabulous one. I love it. And so if you've logged in and watched the trainings in our library, that's where they are. Okay. And so we have like probably 50 hours worth of trainings. Here's a set of trainings about creating restaurant TikToks and Reels in our library. I'm not going to get into the nuts and bolts of that. If you go to YouTube and you search create membership and Go High Level, she has a fabulous walkthrough of it. There are more, and I would encourage you to do that. That's not going to be within the scope of today, but I love that, especially if you're going to create multiple videos. If you're going to create like a training library. If all you're doing is delivering a PDF or a Google Sheet or something, you don't need to do the membership. That would be overkill. It would be overkill. I do it because I make so many videos. I'm going to take this workshop and it's going to be part of the membership. So that's what I do. But you do not have to do that at all. Okay. Let me pause here. What questions do you have about that piece?
So like what slide presentation that you have for introducing the VIP club,
Mhm.
would that be something that could be hosted on Go High Level?
Yeah,
Would you want to
like
automate that, or
so tell me more about that. What are you thinking?
so, so like in the training material, you have like the slides where you can customize it to explain the VIP club to a potential customer. Now, I prefer to go in and shake hands, and but sometimes business owners will be like, "Hey, I'm always busy, even in the lulls between breakfast and lunch, or lunch and dinner. I have all this side work to do and all these other things I have to do. Could you just send me some information on it?" You know, So, so instead of just sitting there with an iPad or with my computer going through the screens, could that be something I could put into Go High Level and be like, "Hey, here's a quick little video," and then that way, after they watch it, it could put them in some type of sequence.
Yep. Absolutely. That could be your lead magnet. I mean, really, all you have to do would be you could go do a Loom video and make it generic. You could go either way. You could talk specifically and make a Loom for every single person and send it to them. Or you could do kind of a generic one talking about the subscription VIP club, talking about how it integrates, talking about the results you've gotten for people. And that would be your lead magnet. I think that's fabulous. Have you use a lead magnet of where you go into the restaurant? I'm curious. I know I'm putting you on the spot here. Do you do anything with the emails that you collect? Have you started like building that into a MailChimp or something? Because you're meeting lots of people.
No, I'm not doing anything with the email addresses that I'm collecting. And yeah, I'm not doing anything with that. And majority of the restaurants that I do feature, they haven't like opted in, like, using my link or anything yet. But I'm gonna start. After today, this gave me a lot of ideas on what I can do.
Good deal. Excellent. I see a question here about promoting the lead magnet paid ads. We're going to hit on that in 1 second. You're reading my mind. So very good. Here we go. Oops, someone else wants in. Very good. All right. So you might be asking, how do I promote it? How does anybody discover it? Holy cow. Are you saying, Court, that I have to pay ads to run this? No. There are 2 ways to get people into your machine. If you know of another one, let me know. Number 1 is time and sweat. It's work. It's getting out there and grinding. It's going out there and talking to restaurant owners. It's putting in the work, and it's time. And I am a big believer, and maybe this is just me getting older, seeing my kids getting older, but I'm like, holy cow, time is the one resource we can never get back. Never get back. And it's important to put in that time, but it's going to take some time to build those leads because you're doing it one person at a time. All right. But here's a phenomenal way to do it. Corey is rocking it with the lessons he's learned in our coaching program in the university, going and doing the eats features. At the beginning, when we first started doing it, we were doing it all as Facebook Lives. And you go in, you do a live feature, you meet the restaurant, we talk about it like dating, and you're getting to know them. Now in the university, in the coaching program, we're teaching it as Reels and TikToks, where you can use that kind of as a lead magnet for restaurants. That's a whole other training. We have an Eats training all about that, but that's the basic concept. If you're not following Corey on Eat Good Local, Corey Pringle, you need to. He is kicking some major butt. So here's what you could do. So Corey, here's an idea. Corey goes in, you go in and you feature a restaurant. You got their email address. Then you go to ChatGPT. Hey, ChatGPT, I created a PDF ebook for restaurant owners teaching them 3 tips for creating restaurant TikToks and Reels for beginners. I would like to send it to an owner I just met as a free resource. Their name is Sally Smith from Sally's Seafood. They do some Reels, but I know they could do way better. Ideally, I'd like them to hire me to help them with their restaurant marketing. Create an email I can send to Sally where I share the PDF. Keep it friendly and casual. Do not make it a sell. Don't sell. Here's what it spit out. Hey, Sally, great meeting you the other day at the Seafood Expo. Oops, wherever. I hope you enjoyed the event as much as I did. Okay. As promised, I'm sending you a free resource that I created for restaurant owners who want to improve their TikToks and Reels. It's a short ebook that includes 3 tips, blah, blah, blah. I know that Sally's Seafood, you've already started experimenting with Reels. I believe these tips will help you take your content to the next level. Of course, if you have any questions or need any help, I'd be happy to chat with you further. No strings attached. Just wanted to share something that I thought would be valuable to you and your business. I hope you find it useful. Let me know if you have any feedback and questions. I don't know about you. I don't think I could have written a better email than that. And this did it for me in 30 seconds. Because look at what it's done. Look at the things it's done. Number one, Corey, what you could do is say, hey, at the end of your feature, hey, I've got this ebook that's all about Reels. Can I send it to you? So you ask them permission. Hey, can I send this to you? They're all going to say yes. Oh, yeah, that'd be great. Go, when you get your automation set up in GoHighLevel, add them and send them the thing. Or when you're just getting started, just write them an email. Attach it as a PDF, or give them the link to the Google Drive. That's all you have to do. Look at how it also says, I love this one. If you have any questions or need help, I'd be happy to chat with you further. That opens the door. That shows them, yes, I am an expert. I know about this. I know you're just getting started. That's okay. If you would like, I can sit down, I can chat with you and give you some ideas. And that's going to help you get down that sales funnel. Maurice, what question do you have? I see you popped on here.
No, I'm taking it all in, and I just figured I wanted my face to be up.
Oh, okay, good deal.
Yeah.
Good deal. And think of it as collecting business cards, because we've all been to networking events where it has something like this and it says, hey, drop your business card in for a chance to win something. We've all done that. And that's all they're doing. They're collecting email addresses and phone numbers in a fishbowl. Whereas we can use GoHighLevel to create our own fishbowl that runs 24/7 with these elves that are doing all this work behind the scenes. That's all you're doing. So Corey, think about when you go out and you do these interviews, taking that card and put it in GoHighLevel. And that just becomes part of your fishbowl. Then you don't need the business cards. I hate business cards. When I get a business card, if they're someone that I want to chat with, I put them in GoHighLevel, or I hook up with them on LinkedIn. I never use people's business cards once I have them in my system. Networking events, let me give you some danger about it. And this is another way you can spread your lead magnet. Something that I've done is I've taken a business card with a QR code. And so you can take that QR code and hand it out to people and say, hey, scan this QR code and get my free download of how to do Reels for your restaurant. Okay. That's another strategy you can do. But I will warn you on doing these networking events. Look at who are the people that are there. If you go to these networking events and none of these people are your ideal clients, it's going to be an entire waste of your time. You're going to get all kinds of weird people into your funnel that are not your people. And I've kind of stopped going to some of these. I am very selective about what in-person networking events I go to. It's fabulous. It's great to meet small business owners. But when I go, it's a lot of realtors or insurance agents or accountants, which is great. But if they're not working with restaurant owners, they're not my people. Instead, what I've done is there is a group in town that is commercial brokers, pest control specifically for restaurants, the CO2 supplier. That person's one of the first person that gets into restaurants where they hook up the beer taps, right? And so they know everybody. Every restaurant needs that, or bar and grill. Credit card processor. Those credit card processor people know everybody and they get in and talk to people. So think about making a networking event like that where you can go and you can talk to people that really are out talking to restaurants. Then what you can do is give them a card with that QR code and say, hey, if you have any restaurants that you think would benefit from making better reels, here's a resource. They can go get this free download. Let me give you some cards. Then they're doing the work for you and helping you spread the word. It's not going to be fast. It's going to be slow. It's going to be organic. It's not going to cost you any money. It's going to be more targeted because these people are going to be good salespeople for you, you know, delivering your message and driving people to your funnel. This is a better way to do networking in person than that. And then delivering your lead magnet this way, organically. So just think of it as you're taking these business cards, and once you've got these business cards in the real world, you're putting them into GoHighLevel to let the elves do their work behind the scenes. The challenges behind it, one of the challenges we've had is getting past the gatekeeper for these restaurants. Now, in the university with Reels and TikToks, we've come up with a new way to get people past the gatekeeper. So you can learn more about that in the university, but that's been a challenge, is getting past the gatekeeper. Sometimes it's a struggle. Are these my ideal clients? Because not every restaurant is your ideal client. They're not. Some people already have marketers and they're good to go. Some people are never going to hire anybody for marketing, ever, ever, ever. Some people have been burned by marketers before. You're going to get lots of people, and it's kind of tricky when you're doing organically to identify who are your real ideal people. And it's time. It's going to take time. It's slower. That's just the difference in that versus paid ads, which we're going to talk about here in a second. Maurice, question. I see your hand up. What question do you have?
So going back to networking events, would working with like the association, of restaurant association in my local area, be productive?
Yes, absolutely. That is a perfect organization to get involved with. Absolutely. Because here in the Kansas City one, I mean, there are, vendors, credit card people that are members and all that. And there's bigwigs from restaurants that are there, and they have networking events. They have happy hours. It's a great time to go. Those are your people, Maurice. Those are the people you need to go talk to. Okay. Chamber of Commerce's might be good if there's restaurants, and that's what you need to kind of feel out. Are restaurant owners coming to these Chamber of Commerce? Who are coming to these events? BNI, I know is kind of hit and miss, like who is in the BNI chapter. Yeah, great question, Maurice. So the other way, first we were doing time and sweat. Now we're going to rent someone else's audience. We're going to pay someone and say, hey, you've got my ideal people. Can I get in front of them? Can I use them as my audience? And so there's lots of different things you could do. You could sponsor an event. So if you sponsored an event, like a restaurant association event, a lot of times they let the sponsor get up there and talk, right? And you could have your business cards and say, hey, here's my link to my business card. Go scan this QR code and you're going to get this free download. You could run Facebook, Instagram ads to your funnel, to your lead magnet. Absolutely. There's lots of different ways you can do that. We're going to talk more about that later on in the workshop. I put billboards and TV on here because a lot of people think about that, but think about it that way. Those people are not probably your ideal audience. Those aren't restaurant owners on TV or on billboards, but think about what are the opportunities. Maurice, I'm going to go back to you. That is a paid thing to be part of a restaurant association, but think about it. Is that going to be a good investment in your time and your money? I would think so. Like, I mean, that I would rather, spend $100 to sponsor a happy hour and go spend an hour or two drinking with the owners or GMs of some of the top restaurants. That's pretty good ROI. Antonio, what question do you have? I see you popped on.
Yeah, two, well, to the same question, but when, like with the association, you join the association, I've been on and off thinking of joining it, but didn't pull the trigger. But are you able to get a list from them, email list?
Yeah. Kansas City's is locked down only to members. So
Right. If I become a member though, that's what I'm saying. I can get a list.
Yep.
And then the other thing I before I got into digital marketing, I still do print direct mail, purchasing a list, with a certain parameter restaurants, and then, putting into funnels or into an Facebook audience and like that. Does that
I don't
help
like
also?
purchasing lists, and here's why.
Okay.
Those people don't know who you are. They're like, all of
Right.
a sudden they start getting emails from you. I get weird emails all the time. I just start getting weird, like, how did they find me? Right. And it is going to be such a much better lead for you and a better ROI on your time and money if those people opted in because they know, okay, Antonio, I know Antonio, he's good, versus who's this random guy, email, block. You're going to get blocked a lot, right? Unsubscribe.
Okay.
So now with the restaurant association, that would be a question to ask them. Okay, you've got this email database and I can sort it by, are these owners or what? And ask them, what can I do with this list? Can I email this list? And they probably, I'm sure, have best practices, because if they're giving you a list, there's got to be a reason why they're giving that to you. What can you do with it? Would be my question. Does anybody know? Has anybody have experience with that?
I've had one with the chamber that you can have an ad on their newsletter. So I'm thinking, the associations must send out monthly newsletters or emails, and then maybe you can kind of place an ad, or they can feature you or work something out like that. That's what I was thinking of doing.
Ask them, hey,
Yeah.
how much would you charge me to send out an email? And it's a sponsored email from you. And just ask them, how much would you charge me for that? And if you could pay $100, $200 and send it out to 10,000 restaurants, I mean, I don't know. I mean, that seems like a pretty good ROI.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And you're sending people to your funnel. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Considerations on ads. It's money. I mean, it does money. And as you're getting started, you may not have money. I love the $47 one, because basically what I look at is I break even on that. If I can get people to buy, if I can spend $47 and get someone to pay me $47, I've broken even on my ads. So basically I got someone into my funnel, a highly qualified person, someone that was willing to get out their credit card and put some skin in the game. I would rather that person be in my funnel than rando people that aren't real people or aren't really restaurant people. If you're willing to put $47 up, you're interested. And that's who I would rather talk to. It's going to cut the people that you have way down. It's going to make things much cleaner for you. So money's one thing. There is trial and error. So as you go, it's going to take you some time to get the messaging right, get the creatives right. You've got to look at, okay, what is my opt-in rate? There's a little bit of trial and error involved in it and a lot of testing. And again, marketing is a marathon. You're never done. Nobody has ever found the perfect ad and just let it go for 20 years. I mean, if there's an ad from 20 years ago that's still running, let me know. There's not. You're always having to come up with new angles, new ideas, but it goes faster. It's going to go a lot faster. Now, let me be clear. Business is built on relationships. It is. You cannot 100% automate a relationship. But today, look at this Zoom. 10 years ago, we probably couldn't have had this workshop unless it was in person. It would have had to be probably an in-person thing. Now we have Zoom where we can have this conversation and we can do this. You can do the same thing, but it's built on relationships. So at some point, it's important to have a conversation with the person, especially if you're wanting to get them to pay you $500 to $1,000 a month. You need to get on the phone with them. So if you think I can just sit behind my keyboard and just let this automate all day long, you can't all the way. I don't believe. Okay. But again, time. If you want to accelerate it, and I've got this PDF that people love, you can get it going faster, get people in your funnel faster, and it's exponential growth. It's like a snowball rolling down a hill. It's going to start out small, but as it goes every day, it's going to get bigger. My goal is I always try to get at least one new person into my funnel every single day. That's my goal. And you think about it, the end of the month, you've got 30 new leads in your funnel. Okay. So that's some ideas. So I want to be respectful of time. We've covered how to build a lead gen machine with ChatGPT GoHighLevel. I showed you step-by-step how to build that lead magnet with ChatGPT. You can go back and rewatch it and look at how I made it more and more specific, and then dressed it up with Canva and just made it look nice. And then deliver your lead magnet without, spending money. You can just share links. You can put it on your business cards, or if you want to accelerate it, you can spend some money on it. So here's what I'd like you to do today. This is a mission. Use ChatGPT and use the prompt I gave you to just generate some ideas for lead magnets. Put in and say, this is what I am an expert on. Okay. Antonio, you were saying you're an expert on mailers, direct to mail. Okay, great. Go put that in and say, what would be a lead magnet I could do talking about that? We all have different expertises. So then come up with one idea. I'm going to make a lead magnet, a video, and have ChatGPT just do an outline for you. I'm not saying create the whole thing. I'm just saying take imperfect action, come up with some ideas, pick a method, and then create an outline with ChatGPT. Later on, we're going to talk about how to deliver that through GoHighLevel and with ChatGPT. So day 2, tomorrow, is going to be all about building know, like, and trust with prospects using a set it and forget it campaign. Even if you're not an experienced salesperson and you don't need advanced tech to do. I'm curious, what's one takeaway that you had for today? One thing that you're going to go implement after today?
For me, it's the prompt and go through the ideas I was trying to go through before. There's 2 I want to run. One is a review, getting your Google review. You can get it all, automated, and I've got this link thing where you put your business in and it generates that lead and then do a QR code. Then but they go into my system. Then I could start. And the other one is then kind of modeling it with reputation and trying that. I try to do the whole marketing with, the Facebook ads and like that, but it's a higher sell. And I think my issue is not being out there so long that I need a lower ticket item to get them in and start building that trust. So.
Yep. Love it. I think that's great. Yep. That's a great lead magnet.
And I never thought about the direct mail. I do it, but I don't push it because I'm pushing digital. So I'm going to try a lead magnet for that. That's one reason why I did pick restaurants, and specifically pizzeria, Italian restaurants. So I'm going to go into GBT and do that too, and maybe run 3 different ones. So
I'm just going to spitball. If you specifically want pizza restaurants, think about making a lead magnet that is pizza restaurant specific. It doesn't have to be wildly different than a bar and grill, but if you brand it and on your cover you have pizza or whatever, people will be like, oh, this is for me. This is like this speaks to me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
my niche agency, my regular agency is making personal marketing, but my niche is actually pizza marketing agency. I got the domain, I've got the website. Perfect. So and a few that I have strategy calls and I picked up as clients, I always ask them, what made you set the call up, watching the video sales letter and all that. And a lot of the answers were, well, you had pizza marketing agency, so you have to, they felt more comfortable. So
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's building know, like, and trust. It's building expertise and all
yes,
that.
for
Yeah.
sure.
I don't have any questions, Court, but I want to say that that I have been using ChatGPT more and more and more to I always thought I was a pretty good writer, and I'm not super great at copy, but like seeing the example of the email that you did today, like I spent all day Saturday and Sunday out, meeting people and shaking hands, and so to use ChatGPT to do those follow-up emails is a huge time saver.
Awesome. Good deal. Glad you're taking that away. Very cool. Perfect. And this goes for everybody. If you want to throw anything up in the group and say, hey, give me some feedback. Here's a lead magnet. Here's my opt-in page. We will give you feedback. That's what we're here for. So we're doing this together.